Hi everybody, martial arts guy here again. And I gotta tell you, I recently saw the movie The Grandmaster, and I gotta say, I like it. The story is great, the action is well paced, there's so much good about this movie. And it's rare that I get to see a kung fu art film. I mean, I've seen a few, but I don't really see that many. I will say this, out of the many Ip Man movies made, I really like this one, but it's not my favorite. My favorite are the Donnie Yen movies. If I had to rank this movie, I would say Ip Man 1, Ip Man 2 with Donnie Yen, The Grandmaster, Ip Man: A Legend Reborn. I did not like that movie one bit. I'm sorry. If you like that movie, I don't hold it against you. It's your opinion. I just didn't really like that movie. I hear there's another Ip Man movie. I'm kind of curious to see that. The story itself, I will say, I honestly think it's well done. Ip Man is meeting with the masters of the Northern martial arts style. Those of you that don't know, in China, the martial arts styles are divided in the North and the South. The Yangtze River is the borderline. So everything below the Yangtze River is Southern martial arts, and everything above the Yangtze River is Northern martial arts. And, one fight scene I really liked was when Ip Man was preparing to duel with the masters of the North. He was practicing with some of his friends who were fellow Southern Kung Fu masters. One of them was a Bak Wai master. And if those of you who are fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender know, Bak Wai is what airbending is based off of. And he also fights a Hungar master, which many of you Avatar fans will also know is what earthbending is based off of. And Ip Man, master of Wing Chun, of course, I recently took up Wing Chun, and I gotta tell you, it is a pretty hard style to learn. You gotta be relaxed a lot. So, it's kind of hard for me to do that, because, I've been trained in stuff with striking, so it's kind of difficult to do that. But back to the subject matter. The Master of the North's daughter, played by Zhang Ziyi. Those of you who know her from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, at first she's like really angry at her father for not fighting Ip Man. But he's like, but I can forgive that. She's young. She doesn't think too much ahead. Young, like teenagers. We all think like, hey, I'm invincible. I can take on the world. And I can forgive that. That's cool. But one problem I have with martial arts movies I should really address with you, my public, is that I think young women are very much misrepresented in martial arts movies. They don't act like people to me. That's all I'm saying. And, I'm sure some of you can come up with an argument, but, they're not really likable, a lot of young women in martial arts movies. But, yeah, and the sad thing is, we're supposed to root for them. I just don't get it. So, yeah, Ip Man, meets with the Grandmasters of the North, and he tells him that, my responsibility weighs on you, Grandmaster of the South. And, the Grandmaster of the North has an evil pupil, and, it turns out he's, working with the Japanese, I really wish Ip Man would have fought him. That's one thing I really wanted to see. I mean, come on. That guy thought he could beat Ip Man. And, I would have loved to have seen Ip Man kick his ass using Wing Chun. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, so, the girl, she makes a vow to Buddha when she wants to take back her father's school that she won't practice kung fu or get married ever. And when Ip Man wants to learn the 64 steps, this thing her father taught her, she says she doesn't want to, keeping her vow. I get it, your vow to Buddha, you don't want to teach anybody kung fu, but I mean, come on, you could just write it down and stuff like that. I mean, you're honoring your father if you write it down, write down all the steps and everything about it. You don't have to teach anybody. They can learn on their own. That's what a lot of those martial arts books do anyway. Enough of my complaints, but I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed this movie. And if you get a chance, you should really check out The Grandmaster. I'm martial arts guy, and I gotta go to class.
Yeah.